That's right.
This is Deuteronomy 30 and 6. And the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power with all thy heart, with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So that it just said the Lord's gonna circumcise the heart of us and our seed. We're gonna be all righteous in the kingdom of heaven, and like the Elder Malcolm would like to say, you gotta have the nut babies, man. The nut Israelites gotta come back, man. The ones who want to go off on this side, they gotta come back. They all gonna be in the nut sack Israelites, man.
Because the scripture says that all Israel shall be saved with the everlasting salvation. Well, if they die on this side, you know, how else are they going to come back according to Daniel the 12th chapter to everlasting shame and contempt? You know? I got one.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. They shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh the Power. For I will give them a heart and ear to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name and return from their stiff-necks and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the ways of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. The point was in 34. It said, I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. So you know, this is also a future prophecy, saying that when after we have praised the Most High in the land of our captivity and think upon our name, He will bring us back into the land which He had foreordained and promised unto our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And in those days, He will make us lords over you know, the land, which is the whole earth.
I got one to follow that.
And then after that, He will increase us. And they said that we won't be diminished. So that means if something's not diminished and it only increased, then that means it's going to be forever replenished. You know, like the brother had brought out, we're going to be Israel's going to be in abundance, which will also bring out the promise of the Most High, saying unto Abraham that He will make his seed as the sand of the sea.
You got yours.
Yeah, Khan, this is it's going to be a little long, you know, but somebody just break it down. This is Zechariah 10 and 3. It says, mine anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats. For Yahweh of hosts hath visited his flock, the house of Judah, and hath made them as goodly horses in the battle. Out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, out of him every oppressor together. And they shall be as mighty men which tread down their enemies in the mire of the streets in the battle. And they shall fight, because Yahweh is with them, and their riders on horses shall be confounded.
Now you read out of
Zechariah. So it's basically talking about how the Most High is going to use us to get at these heathens. It says, and I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph. So that got to be talking about now. And the scripture saying that the Most High will strengthen the house of Judah, which he made the house of Judah strong first. With what? The word of the Most High Heavenly Father. So what they did was they went out and they taught it, and now you got brothers from the house of Joseph, which consists of the Ephraim and Manasseh, you know, or even basically dealing with the whole northern kingdom. That's being woken up, that's being strengthened, that's coming back into this truth. Where the time is coming where the Most High is going to use us to judge the heathen. And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off, for I am Yahweh their power, and will hear them. So have the Most High gathered, you know, Judah and Ephraim back together yet? No, what's happening now with the word of the Most High, but the time hasn't come where they were gathered all together and placed in the land that belongs to us, which is the land of Israel. That's in the making. They're being gathered together and becoming one through the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, like it says in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. You know, the Lord is making us one stick. But have we came together and went over to the land of been taken and put over into the land of Israel? No, that hasn't happened yet. So this is future. This is future prophecy. It says, "And they of Ephraim shall be like a mighty man, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine." Because what does wine do? When you see those kung fu movies, when the drunken master movies, when they get the yan in them, they get that unlimited power, man. You know, or you try to fight a drunk man, he never gives up. It says, "And their heart shall rejoice as through wine," because wine also makes you happy too. It says, "Their children shall see it and be glad. Their hearts shall rejoice in the Lord." So if we ain't having no children in the kingdom of heaven, why is it saying that their children shall see it and be glad? But wait, there's more. It says, "I will hiss for them and gather them, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased." So what does it mean to increase? That means to increase not only in riches and wealth, but also through your seed and your progeny.
It's just basic. All right, we're gonna take over. We're gonna rule. We're gonna repopulate. All right, it's simple. We about to get. I was also gonna have my knock grab the Revelation 14. Shit they broke down wrong.
I got a precept for that.
Okay. So get that Revelation.
Let me see something.
This is 14:4. That's a nigga. That's a nigga. It's basically about because this is the scripture. That's a nigga. This is the scripture.
Hey, matter of fact, Baba Bashad. Yes, let me grab this real quick. You know, because this is a good bomb precept. All right. This is Isaiah 49:19, and this is dealing when we get back into the land, when we get our land back, man. So this is Isaiah 49:19. It says, "For thy waste and thy desolate places in the land of thy destruction shall even be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants, and they that swallow thee up shall be far away." Because it ain't gonna be no more war to happen. There ain't gonna be no more oppression. There ain't gonna be no Amalekite living in our land. It ain't gonna be no Amalekites oppressing us. It ain't gonna be no white man, the Edomites, oppressing us.
That's right.
It ain't gonna be no other nation oppressing us. They're gonna be swallowed up. After 1,000 years, the whole nation of Edom is gonna be wiped out, man. All right? And we're gonna live in our land, but the scripture says that it's gonna be too narrow because of the inhabitants.
That's how many we're gonna have. We're gonna have to move around.
Now, check this out. It says, "The children which thou shalt have, after thou hast lost the other, shall say again in thine ears, This place is too straight for me. Give place to me that I may dwell." What does it mean that after thou hast lost the others? And you gonna lose your children on this side. You know, if it's not meant for them to be saved through Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. If it's not meant for your wife to be saved, you can't save your wife. If it ain't meant for you to save your children, you can't save your goddamn children. They gonna die in America, man.
That's right.
We can't pick and choose who's going to be saved by the Lord, man. That's the Lord's will. They have to be written in the book of life, man.
That's right.
The Most High has to choose them, man. The Most High has to redeem them. So guess what? We're going to have children that we lose on this side. But oh well. And what does it say in Matthew, the 19th chapter? It says that the Most High is going to increase us, man. The Most High is going to give us 100-fold for what we lose on this side, man.
That's right.
As long as we stay truthful. But let me read that again. It says, the children which thou shall have after thou hast lost the others shall say in thine ears, this place is too strait for me. Give place to me that I may dwell. Then shalt thou say in thine heart, then shalt thou say in thine heart, who have begotten me these, seeing I have lost my children, and am desolate, a captive, and removing to and fro, and who have brought up these? Behold, I was left alone. These, where had they been? You know, because you're gonna get more children, man. You're gonna have a lot of children, all right?
I got it. Get that red.
Okay, Con. Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
Whithersoever he goeth.
Whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and to the Lamb.
It said they were virgins, meaning they weren't defiled by any philosophy. They weren't touched by any philosophy of man, or that Esau pushes out. It's not physical virgins. It's only a man can't be a virgin. Only a woman can be a virgin, because both the words mean one of them mean of a marriageable age, and the other one means it's a marital age and a young maiden, and being an actual virgin, so a woman who hasn't been popped.
That's
a man cannot be a physical virgin, man. That's speaking spiritually, man. It's not physically.
I got something.
It's speaking about how the elect aren't defiled with the philosophies of this world. How they were clean before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua because they kept his words. They kept.
This is Isaiah 7:14. It says, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
Yep.
Now when you look up this word virgin, all right, in the Hebrew, the word there is Ilama. And the word there means virgin, young woman of marriageable age, made or newly married. That's the true definition of virgin, man. The true definition of virgin means a young woman of a marriageable age or made or newly married, all right? God, so I'm gonna grab the other one, the other word for virgin for the Aki, so that he can break it down. 15. This is Genesis 24 and verse 16. And it's dealing with, I want to say that's Rebecca, all right? And it says, and it came to pass before he had done speaking, that behold, Rebecca came out, who was born in Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, which with her pitcher upon her shoulder. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her. She went down to dwell and fill her pitcher and came up. Now it says neither have no man known her, right? When you look up the word for virgin in that particular scripture, the word virgin there is batalawa, which means a virgin. Now when you read it in its context, and the scripture says neither have no man known her, so that has to mean that that this virgin in this particular scripture is talking about a woman that never had sex before. So you got two words for virgin in the Hebrew. You got Ilama, and you also have batalawa. Ilama means a woman that's a young maid, or a woman that's newly married, meaning that she just got popped. And the other one is batalawa, meaning a woman that never had sex before. So we ain't dealing with Esau's newspeak, where you take a word that meant something 10 years ago and make it mean something new now. You know, when you go into the book of Revelations, which we'll get into the word of in Revelations, the 14th chapter, and we'll break it down for edification's sake. So what scripture did you leave off on?
It's 14. Revelation 14.
This is Revelations 14 verse 4. And the word for virgins in there, the word for virgins is there is parthenos. It's parthenos. And it says a virgin, a marriageable maiden, a woman who has never had sexual intercourse with a man. Now, we know that in this scripture that it's not talking about actual women. It's talking about a man. So it has to be metaphorical, all right? Because a man can't be a virgin. A man doesn't have a vagina. You know? In this society, Esau with his wickedness, he'll take a man's penis and